everyone, it's Rebekah Ellar and I'm here at TATTI Lashes filming this party season glam look for you today. If you want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm just going to pop my brows on first. I'm just using the Huda Beauty brow pencil and I'll be back in a second. So now that the brows are on, we're going to get on to the most important bit, which is the eyes. I'm starting off with some bronzer. This is one of my go-to bits to put on the eyes. So I'm going to use that as my eyeshadow. This is MAC Give Me Sun. I'm just using a quite a large fluffy brush. And this is going through the crease. I'm just using circular motions to blend that. I'm also going to pop some of that bronzer right at the front of the brow, just underneath, also blending up into the brow, just so it softens that front bit. And what I like to do is just bring that bronzer a little bit onto the nose from the front of the brow, and it starts that nose contour off for later on. I'm also just building this up on the outside corner, and then I'm going to use super light pressure just to really soften and blend that out. I'm then going to deepen that crease, and I'm going to go in with the Be Perfect Ellie Kelly palette. I'm going to be using just a darker shade, just a little bit darker than the bronzer. The shade is called Biscotti. I'm just going to apply that pretty much where I did, just a little bit lower down, just to deepen. And then back into my first brush just to soften and blend. I'm then going in with a cream shade. This is from the Be Perfect Clientele palette. And this is going to go all over the lid and the mobile part of the lid. I'm just patting that on using a flat brush. I'm then going in with a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend around those edges with the bronzer, just to blend that cream colour in with the rest of the colours. So before I do my smoky liner, I'm just going to show you how I get that lift on the eye. I'm going to be using a face bronzing brush, and I'm going to go back in with MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm going to drag the eyeshadow from the corner up towards my temple, going back and forth. This will go over some of the end of the brow, but that's fine, it just softens it a little bit. For the smoky liner, I'm going to be using a flat angled brush. I'm going in with a dark brown first. This is shade Too Much from the Clientele palette. I'm going to start by adding the wing. And then I'm going to use a small eyeshadow brush just to fill in that liner and pat on that dark brown along the rest of the eyelid. And then to create the smoky effect, you need to then put a lighter colour on top of that liner. So you just want a shade a little bit lighter, not too much. So I'm going in with a medium brown, and I'm just going to smoke that line highest up. And then I'm just going to repeat that step just so I can build it up again. So I've just cleaned up underneath the eye, and now I'm going to do the lower part of the eyeshadow. I'm going to go with some concealer first as a base. This is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I'm going to apply that under the eye. I'm also going to use this just to sharpen up this entire outer part of the eyeshadow on top, just by creating a line going up towards the temple. I'm using a flat fluffy brush just to pat that into the skin and soften. So to make this a really glam look, I'm going to make it much darker underneath. And I'm going to connect the smoky liner going underneath the eye. So I'm going in with the dark brown first, and this is going to go the whole way along the lash line. I'm then going back in with the medium brown, and I'm going to soften that underneath. And then I'm just repeating those steps just to build up the colour. So I'm going to pop lashes on now. These are the TATTI Lashes Abby Roberts lashes. I'm going to be putting on the half lashes. So I've just applied some of the TATTI Lashes glue, a decent amount on there, not too much though, and given that 20 seconds just to get tacky. And I'm going to apply this on the outer half of my eye. I like to give them just a little bit of a push, just so I know it's right against the lash line, and then leave to dry. I'm then going to pop some brown liner in my waterline. Sometimes I use black, but I think brown's really nice with a smoky eye. And this is just a pomade, so it's really long lasting. I'm going to use a liner brush just to apply that in the waterline. So that is one eye complete. I'm going to go and do the other eye off camera as well as my skin and be back to finish the look off. So I've just put my foundation on and a little bit of concealer, but I want to show you some other bits to do with the base. So I've got my blush. This is Be Perfect in Melt. I'm just going to pop that just above my bronzer, also mixing in a little bit with it. And then for highlight, I'm also going in with Be Perfect, and this is in Ice Queen. And for the final part, we're going to move on to lips, and I'm using MAC in Strip Down Lip Liner. I'm then going in with a liquid lip. This is Be Perfect Supreme Velvet in Laid Bare. And then I'm going back in with a lip liner just to blend that in. And an eyeshadow brush to also blend. I'm then finishing the lips with a gloss. This is Shades of London in Iced Coffee. So for the final step, what I do with every look, especially a glam look, is I pop some highlight on my chest. I'm just using the same one I used for my skin, which was the Be Perfect highlight in Ice Queen. So this is the complete finished look. This is my party season glam. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can shop the lashes at tattilashes.com. Bye.